So in the last video we worked P1125A. We did these adjusting journal entries. So the idea is it's the end of the fiscal year and we've got some adjusting journal entries that we've already done, and now we're going to post them to our ledger. So I've made up a set of T accounts with all of these current liabilities, right? So obviously there's other accounts in our ledger, but in this chapter we're interested in current liabilities, so here they are. And so I've made a T account, and I took the balances that were already existing, right? So here's the ledger balances before the adjusting entry. So accounts payable had $114,000. Unearned rent revenue had $7,200. And long-term notes payable, we're not even gonna. That's a long-term. That's not a current liability, so we're not in that part of the ledger. But we needed that to be able to calculate interest, right, on that last set of transactions. So here's all the T accounts: accounts payable, interest payable, salaries payable, employee income tax payable, FICA OASDI payable, FICA Medicare payable, and unearned rent revenue. So those are all our current liabilities at this company. And those are the balances. Most of them are zero. And that's the balances before the adjusting entries. Well, we just did this set of adjusting entries, right? So we need to post these to the ledger. Now, normally you'd always post your debits and your credits, but in this case we're only dealing with posting the liability part, okay? So yes, I should post interest expense debit $1,735, but I'm the accountant who just posts the liabilities, maybe. I don't know. So we'll just post the liabilities, and then that'll take care of our ledger balances, and then we'll calculate the ledger. All right. So first we've got this credit to interest payable of $17,325. Right, so $17,325. So those are posted. Next, salary expense, somebody else posts expenses. So we got FICA credit of, OASDI of $291. There we go. We've got Medicare $68. We've got income tax payable $910, and that's employee income tax payable. So that's $910. I should have named it that. Employee. Then of course this expense. So these are all on salary payable $34.31. There we go, $34.31. So we've posted all those. Tax expense, somebody else is the expense poster. FICA, there's that $291 again, right? Because the employee and the employer pay the same amounts. $68. And unearned revenue, $3,000 debit. All right. So now, in order to prepare my financial statements, I need to get my new balances, right? So this is still 114, right? We didn't do any adjusting entries to accounts payable. Interest payable, 17,325, right? There's our ending balance. That one's now 34.31. This one is 910. 291 plus 291 is 582. 68 plus 68 is 136. And let's see, 7,200 minus 3,000 is 4,200. All right. So what I did was take my journal entries and post them to the ledger. Now again, this is partial, so you understand this is only the current liabilities that I posted, because I need the current liability balances. But, you know, in real life, of course, you're posting always both sides of the transaction. All right, so 1125A is going to continue. We've done our adjusting entries. We've posted them to the ledger and got our new balances. Now we're ready to prepare the financial statements. So that will be the last video in this series for this problem.